Hi, my name is Brooke Stevens, and I'm going to show you what heart looks like inside of STORYLABS. So the free version is this 110-page document, which has everything you need to know, all the research. Inside STORYLABS, it's been broken down into 10 chapters, and those chapters have been further broken down and given images for each subsection. All of these sections are short and digestible, and they can be listened to.
1.4.4 The Triangle Model. The Triangle Model, a team approach involving teacher, pupil, and parent.
And so students can read this. The language has been adjusted so that instead of saying, tell your students to do this, it will say, do this. So small changes have been adjusted. You'll also find the question box, which is a place where students can ask questions anonymously. The teachers can identify which responses are their students by giving them a code like YAK, and then they'll sort by that and also the date stamp. So they say, I'm just showing you what it looks like, and I have a whole bunch of them. So then the teacher only has access to the responses, and here's the one I just did, but I can sort it by the name right here to say, oh, these were from my students. The purpose of this, though, is so that teachers can prepare beforehand for the types of questions their students will ask, so they feel better about going in ready. So another difference is, well, we have the teacher file for them to review, but then we have all readings. And in the all readings, this is the place where the teacher can pull it up on the board just like this. And the comments box will give them a quick overview that this section should take about 30 minutes. These are the objectives. These are the discussion and activities. So it looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Say, okay, so this is where I'm going to stop. Now you'll notice that these have been turned into journal entries that were previously activities. The wording has just been adjusted. So you can review that and see what it is in the teacher file. Now, when parents, another piece of it is the parent interview. These can be printed for students to take home to ask their parents. But the biggest thing that is the benefit of this STORYLABS is that parents can see everything that is going on in the class. So instead of just answering these questions, they'll say, hey, this is the chapter. And the parent can say, oh, let's see, what did you learn about this? And then they can go to the notebook and they can type in what they talked about and save it. Here's the journal prompts down here. So it's an easy place to record, and this view progress allows teachers to see how much time was spent on each file. So, and also if they did write in their journal. Right now you can see what they wrote in their journal, but that will be masked. That's a way for other applications to submit homework. In this case, we want it to be private. So a teacher can say, in 1.4.4, they spent 20 seconds, and the automatic lady takes about 59 seconds to read it. I don't know if we really care how long it takes her, but it gives you a good idea of how much material is there. So another thing that STORYLABS offers is direct links. We have some videos in that will inspire kids to want to talk to their parents. The STI and HIV chapter, all of these, you can see it's very information heavy. They're small though. You can see, let me see how long this one is. See, it's not very long. But we've got the extra resources going on here. And the great thing about this is most of them are from the CDC. So it's a great place for students to go and say, I need information. I want to go to a reputable source and find out what I need to know. Later on, we hope to keep them access to this for years. I wonder if they'll use it. So then we have the STI risk calculator. The teacher can pull any of these up while they're teaching from this. Remember, all readings go to here. The teacher can pull up the AIDS test. This can be printed and given out or done on the board. Let's make it bigger so they can see it. They could also print it out or do the online test individually. And this was my test before I randomly did it. Okay, let's move this guy over so we can see what's going on. Okay, another feature of StoryLabs is for ELL, English Language Learners, and we have the file right here. We're just going to download it. The instructions for how to do it are in the comment box. You can always expand it. So I've downloaded this a million times because I keep trying to make this video and I keep sneezing or doing something weird. So let's do Google Translate. We're going to change it to documents. We're going to browse it and get it off my computer. Here we go, and we're going to translate it to Uzbek. I'm kind of fascinated because I'm not sure. I think it's Mongolia, but I don't really know. And hopefully one of the many viewers will email me and let me know, unless I Google it in 5 minutes. Okay, so then we have it translated into for which also is transparency for those parents who don't speak the language and want to talk to their kids about it. And then the last one, I think we covered everything. If you want this file, by the way, it's right here. It's Heart on StoryLabs. Kind of guide you through the features to help you. And the sign-on guide, how to get students to log in. I'll review that in a second. And this student sign-up instructions. Student accounts are $3. Teacher accounts are $10. And then we're in the process of getting California Student Privacy Certificate from iKeepSafe.org. Let's see. So this is how you get students in. So we're going to go to My Classrooms. We're going to add a classroom. And we're going to call the classroom Bob. Click on Bob. And then we're going to call the class code Bob. And oh, it worked. So then we're going to share this link with my students. And they go here and their name will appear. So let's just, I'm going to add a student, Mary, and then save. So when your students go here, they're going to choose their password. But because they don't have an email link, because we're getting the privacy for students, the teacher can change the password or remind the student what it is. So they will see their name and their password. And let's see if there's anything else. There isn't. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.